top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Nevada about to kick it off to get this game started. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. He'll do it himself. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pick.
Going over the top. Snags it on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, North Carolina! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back to throw, it's Kamara. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Wade. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They're going to run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Nevada going quickly. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Picked off.
That's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Floating away. Lets it fly. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, UNC! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Prince. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. A quick pass to the left. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Nevada going quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The short hands, it's Wade. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quick completion to the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with this quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown in the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to the Red Hawks of Miami. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got his man. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He might want another play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And it'll be a short game, and no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Puts it out of the air. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Over as the offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Stop just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
The Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run out.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
It's complete to the right. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Trying to beat the D deep. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to pass, it's Kamara. On the move to his left. With the catch, it's Wade. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Bunch formation for these receivers. wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Nevada going quickly. Off play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Looking for room at the 30. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Tar Heels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Prince. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. To the air, it's Kamara. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That's caught. It's Fuller. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. It's complete to the left. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Nevada going quickly. To the air on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Working the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Looking for a man, it's Kamara. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
What a great hit by the defender, forcing the incompletion. They knew coming into this game that they were going to try to throw the football to this guy because of his speed. It's game-breaking. So everybody on defense, always aware of where he's lining up, but these safeties especially, and these linebackers are aware. If this dude's coming over the middle of the field, we are going to put a hat on him, and we are going to make him feel us, and they did it right there on that play.
Nevada comes to the line facing 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Kamara. Fires to the tight end. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tar Heel. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
They called the option because there's so many options on the play. There's so many things they can do. The defense did a good job taking away the quarterback, but man, they lost track of the running back. Great blocking. The running back takes it all the way for the huge touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Kamara. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Nevada going quickly.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
That's caught. It's Fuller. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Fuller. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Nevada needs to convert on 3rd and short to keep the drive alive. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out fast. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Grabbed near the sticks. It's Wade. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Nevada.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to South Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Back to throw, it's Kamara. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Nevada going quickly.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. He's going to take off. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. Maybe a little too bold on that return as he's out of bounds at the 11. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain.
There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They want to run it left here. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The offense changing the play. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
From the gun, running back on the move. Powers through. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Snagged out of the air. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
This guy's looking real sharp this week. Listen, QBs hate throwing picks. He only threw 1 last week, but that really ate him up all week long in practice. He wanted to come out here, put his best foot forward. He's done just that.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got some room headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. The screen, he's got wheels, and he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
On the move from inside his own 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Back to throw, it's Kamara. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it along the sideline. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Just keep slinging it. Quickly to the tight end. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making adjustments. Going for 6. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Prince. And the returner is stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Kamara. Makes the catch. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. To the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He wants a big play here late. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2.
Cricket.
Using the quick game. He gets the 2-point conversion as they draw ever closer.
North Carolina, 56. Nevada, 29.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you...
Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. He wants to change this route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 15. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Green 25! Squirrels!
They want to throw it. Extending the play. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. I don't think these two are going to be exchanging holiday greetings this year after this game.
No, and I tell you what, we've seen a lot of cool handshakes where you're getting fired up and coaches are getting after each other. We might get a little bit of that there. You could take a knee. You could run the clock out, but they chose not to.